Welcome back to the vlog, ladies and gents. It is your boy, and you know what time it is. It's a little hot out here today. I didn't expect it to be this warm, I should say, and I got a hoodie on. But they said it was supposed to rain today. I got a rain jacket in my bag that I have. But if you haven't checked out this channel yet, this channel is about bodybuilding, working out, and spreading positivity and giving you the best advice possible in a positive way, all wrapped up into one big happy channel because I like all three of that subjects. So why not just wrap it up into one big channel? So today is going to be about sweat equity in a business, right? Sweat equity in a business. And here's the definition of it. Now, as you can tell, right, that sweat equity is when basically you have partners in a business, but they work for free. Not basically, they're working for free for a period of time, right? To have a little ownership, or how much ownership you all agree to when you're making up your partnership agreements and all that stuff. And once that time comes, they start making money, right? Now, how is this a good thing, right? Well, let's break it down, right? First, if you're starting a business, right, sometimes you need partners, right? It doesn't matter if you're bad at social media or marketing, you might have somebody that puts in sweat equity into the social media marketing, right, to help it grow. Um, if you're bad about doing certain things in the business, you can have them do it, and then once the business reaches a certain point, then they start getting paid as a partner, and they have a percentage of the company, right? And so those are like the positive, not even positives. Like a lot of small business owners do this. Now I know a lot of entrepreneurs, right? And even when they started out in business, they, as the owner, was working for free. So everybody, not even the people that were having like the sweat equity partnership where they get like 10, 20%, whatever, 20%, those are just numbers, in at a certain point in time, right? Even the technically business owner at that time that has like 100% stake in that business is working for sweat equity. Because if you really think about it, a startup business, are you really going to start making this where you're paying yourself a whole bunch of fucking money and everything is going to glory and wonderful and everything else like that? No. So in all technicality, as a business owner, if you do it right, you are working for free. So you are putting sweat equity into that business in all technicality, right? So you're like not the only one. And so when you're pitching these ideas to people and say, hey, listen, and you want partnerships because you don't want, it's easier to do it that way, right? Instead of paying fucking employees, you just build relationships and partnerships in a business. And then you worry about the employees later when you can pay them, right? And that's another bonus, right? You work for all, let's say you have 4 of you, right? Now, one of you already has 100% of the business, but like I said, you're working for free. If you do it right, you're working for free, right? Because you want to invest all your money back into that business in the beginning. So then the three people that are working for, let's say, 3 months, and then they get 10% of the company, right? Once they work for free for, let's say, 3 months for 10% of the company, they get those three people get 10% of the company, right? Like I said, I'm just throwing out percentages out there. It's not like technically right percentages. It's just for example. But after that period of time, they're still working for free because you are going to reinvest that money. So now you have your business is growing. You know what I'm saying? People are coming in. You start making a whole boatload of money. Let's just say, and because you all four of you worked your ass off to do this, right? So you start seeing that money flowing, All right, now we can put each person on a salary. Now we can go in and say, okay, well, we're making this much money, so each person gets this much money a month, right? And then, oh shit, now here we go. Now we're getting paid, and now we have enough money to pay employees. Now, guess what? Now our employees run our business. So, in retrospect, everybody in that partnership is working for free at the beginning. I don't. You ask any good entrepreneur, and they are working for free. Capital FREE, right? So, if you could get you and because one of you has to have 100% of the company, right, to do this, right? So if you could get you and then let's say one, two, three, it doesn't even matter how many people. Let's just say three other people, right? They get equity. Those three other people get a percentage after, let's just say, 3 months, right? 6 months, whatever the case may be, you know. Um, and then once again, like I said before, all four of you are still working for free until you are making that money. You see that passive income coming in, and now, boom, everybody gets paid. All four of you start getting paid. Then you can say, oh yeah, oh shit, we're making enough money now that we can hire people to run it, and we don't even have to work anymore, right? So sweat equity is actually, it is a great thing. And people might not say it's a great thing, but in long term, it is a great thing because let's break it down, right? Oh no, let's pick a business. It's any business, right? Uh, a restaurant. Well, a restaurant you kind of need employees, uh, but not really. Let's just say a pizza place. There you go, a pizza place. Not a big old restaurant, a pizza parlor, a pizza restaurant, whatever you want to call it, right? Y'all work for free, right? There's four of you. Let's keep up to four. There's four of you. Y'all working for free, right? And now you're making money where you can say, hey, now all four of us can get this much money a month. So let's just say like I said, these are just numbers. Let's just say you make 50K, right? You're growing in that business, you're making 50K. So let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say each one of you gets 5K. Okay? Well, you wouldn't be able to do that if you, like, each one of you couldn't make 5K. Like I said, this is just numbers. We're not saying that this is, this is what's really going to happen. This is an example. But even if it's 2K, even if it's $1,500 a month, whatever the case fucking may be, right? We're just going to use 5K example. You wouldn't be able to get paid 5K a month out of that 50K, right? And then the rest of that money goes back into the business, right? Excuse me, got a dry throat. Without working for free in the beginning. So once again, all y'all are on sweat equity. And that's what sweat equity is. It's basically working for free for a percentage of the company in a period of time, right? So, is it sweat equity and a partnership in a business a good thing, right? I'd have to say there are more positives than negatives, because once again, there's really no negatives, because in the beginning, y'all working for free anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody's getting gypped in that situation. It's not like you that start off with 100% are getting paid, and let's say your other 3 partners that have sweat equity into the business, into the partnership, is getting working for fucking free. Yeah, no, y'all are working for free. And anybody that says that you ain't working for free once you start up a business, you're full of shit. Because any great entrepreneur will tell you that, especially if they're opening up a small business, y'all working for free. Straight the fuck up. Working for free. So, I hope that gives a little insight that if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I'm starting up this business, I'm looking for partners, we're going to do a sweat equity, and this is what sweat equity means. But a good person that is proposing this will say, I'm working for free myself, right? So we're all basically working for free until we start making that moolah, right? And if somebody comes to you and says, hey, proposes this pitch to you, right? And doesn't say that they're going to be working for free as well, because we're going to invest all the money back into the business so we can start making that moolah, then that is a total red flag. But here's the thing about us. So, like, the first thing that comes out of our mouths, even when you go and apply for a 9-to-5 job, right? How much is it? How much are you going to pay me, right? But business is different. Business, if you want to grow a great, fucking beautiful, what am I going to say? If you want to build an empire, in the beginning, you have to work for free. Until next time, I hope this video helped you in any clarity. If somebody, I don't know, if somebody wants to propose a sweat equity deal or whatever the case may be, yes, you are working for free for a percentage of the company, but in the long run, y'all are working for free, because y'all gonna invest all that money that you are making back into the business to make more money, so y'all eventually get paying the big bucks. Till next time, live your life, make your mark, dream and dream big, and we'll see you on the flip side.